Hi friends, hoping well. I'm Dr. Milind. So in this video series, I'm going to bring you a lot of inspiring stories of students who scored an incredible rank in this NEETPG 2024. And today we have one such inspiring story. And today we have with us Dr. Sankalp, who had scored incredible rank of 232 in this exam. So let's know from him the secrets of his success. Hi Sankalp, welcome to this talk. Please introduce yourself.
Yeah, hi sir. Thank you. Thank you for having me. So I'm Sankalp Gupta. I'm from Himachal Pradesh district Chamba. I did my MBBS from IGMC Shimla and I graduated in May 2022. So I am from batch 16. Yeah.
Okay,
This
so
was my
nice
second
to,
attempt.
it's nice to have you
So
here, Sankalp. Please tell us when
yeah.
did you start your preparation? So when did you decide, okay, I'm going to go for this PG entrance exam?
Not in college, sir, not at all in college. So actually, I joined in 2016, right? So I went into college with the mindset ki I have studied too much. I was a fresher for UG. So I was like, I have studied too much in plus one, plus two. So now I'll just chill. So in the beginning, I didn't study at all. First year mein to I also got detained in anatomy and I was not serious at all. College was like that only. I never took studies very seriously. I just prepared for my profs. Like second year onwards, I was good in my profs, but like I just passed. I didn't
Mhm.
score very well or distinction or anything like that. So in internship also, I didn't study. I just did duties and had a lot of fun. I did join dams in second and third year, like pre-foundation and foundation, because my friends had joined, but I didn't make notes very properly. I would miss the classes very frequently. I just had medicine the notes ready from dams, nothing else. Like everything else was very scattered. So after internship in Himachal Pradesh, our seniors used to get a job very easily, like a medical officer job in government setup. So my plan was also to get a job, then I'll work as a medical officer for 2 to 3 years, then get a government quota and go to an institute easily. It's like easy for the government employees. But during our time, I think there was a job crunch or something like that. The government introduced an exam, and I was
Mhm.
not prepared at all. So it went horrible. Like I remember there were 250 open seats and my rank was 192 among 250. Sorry, no, not 250 open seats. There were 100 open seats and 250 students appeared for that, and my rank was 192. So
Yeah. Mm.
but that was like a very major setback. I felt really bad ki this happened because my whole plan was to get a job and do, and everything shattered in just with
Mhm.
just an exam. So this happened in September 2022. So I remember the day. It was my MO exam result came on 13th September, and they postponed NEET on 14th September. Like NEET was supposed to happen in January and they postponed it to March on 14th. And I was like, okay, this is a sign. I should start studying properly now. So that time I didn't had any exposure, anything like that, and I was like, my concepts are very weak, so I should take Marrow. Their videos are very comprehensive, and so
Mhm.
I'll start with Marrow. So I watched some interviews from Marrow only, and I took their subscription and started preparing. So initially, my target was to complete all the main videos, like in 2x speed. So I
Mhm.
started the videos in September end, I remember, and I did those videos by November mid. So I was done. I left medicine and short subjects, and I completed all those videos with some QBank modules also. So in
So it,
November,
it
I
took
gave
around
initial.
it took around 2.5 months for you, right? Except medicine and few short subject, everything else you had
Yeah,
completed. And how
yeah. So
many hours of the day like you would watch the videos for how many hours?
so more than 10 hours minimum. Like
Okay,
whole
okay.
day, I was just doing this.
Mhm. And did you make any
So yeah,
notes like they provide you the notes
no,
as well? You just
I
watched the
used
video.
notes. I watched videos. I had my notes open. I would just highlight or mark
Mhm.
them. That's it. So then I gave INICET November 2023, and it went like okay. I got a rank of 7,000
Mhm.
around. So I was like, okay, this is fine. Like I was very bad at the beginning, and so on a right track. So but after Iniset, I saw like I saw some interviews where people said ki main videos are not doable, you should do revision videos. That time I got introduced to Xanomems, Midnight Express, and MKTs. So I switched completely. Like the subjects I was remaining with, I saw their revision videos. And medicine, I had my old ready-made old notes of dams, so I used those, and I started revision right away with revision videos, Midnight Express, and MKTs. But though at that time, Midnight Express was like there were specific topics. There were 66 videos, so 66 topics which were in the videos, but it was not a comprehensive or a proper resource. I had to stick with Marrow. So I did revision videos and Midnight Express and all, and but I used my main notes only. I had highlighted them with revision videos ka stuff, but I was using those notes. So I gave March 2023 NEET, and I got a rank of 8400. So after that, I was like, okay, content. I wanted to take medicine or radiology, but at that rank, I could not get radiology. I knew, but I was like maybe medicine, but definitely pediatrics. And I was like, okay, pediatrics is like diagnostics only, and I like that part. I'll take pediatrics if not medicine. So there was a lot of gap. Like the exam happened in March, and counseling started in September. So in September, I did counseling and I got pediatrics in my state college at the first round only. So I joined after first round, and I stayed there for 2 to 3 weeks. But slowly I was getting a feeling ki okay, I didn't do very well. I was not, this was not my best performance, and I was like compromising on my seat and everything. It was like I had decided ki okay, I didn't study in college, so I don't deserve it. But that while I was in the residency period now for 2 to 3 weeks, I felt ki this is not easy. If I continue with this, it is going to be for lifetime, and like
True.
giving another year and studying another year would be easier than this definitely. So I decided ki I'll drop the seat. So I dropped the seat like by 3 weeks. I dropped the seat. It was before third counseling, so I didn't had to pay any money or something. I came back home and I started preparing again. This time I also applied for a job as a medical editor in an online platform, and I got the job. So I was doing that job with my studies. So in October, I did just the BTR. I took subscription of BTR because I had done Midnight Express and MKTs and they were very helpful. So this time I got BTR. I saw all BTR videos, BTR, bonus BTR and all in October. I just saw those videos ki I'll give Iniset in November beginning, and then I'll start properly. So after watching those videos in Iniset November, I got a rank of 2500. I just watching the videos. So that was a good confidence booster for me. It's like it's good, then I should just continue with this and I'll get a good rank. Then I started my preparation seriously. So my main source was I'll do BTR, bonus BTR. Then I would do Maroka revision videos. Then I would annotate. Like this was a very long exercise I would do. Watch BTR, watch revision videos, then keep them both open together and annotate everything at one place. Then I would do PYQs and this exercise. Then I would give a subject test and BTR ka exam and discussion. This was the way I was doing all the subjects. So first cycle was very comprehensive, very long, but it was a good exercise because then I had a proper resource. I just had to revise it time and again. And with this, I just kept preparing. There were little bit of setbacks in between, like the exam got postponed, so my preparation got off track for some time. But then I went to a trip or something, and I came back and started studying again. Then came Iniset in May, and like my preparation was really well. I was giving GTs, and in GTs I was consistently in top 10. Like Iniset GT, Iniset mock, I got a rank of 2. So I was pretty sure ki I'll get a exam, but then I got a rank of 2. but I was very anxious. I had a
No,
lot
it
of
was like
expectations.
there was some like. Can you repeat your rank? What was your rank?
In INICET.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so like INICET mein, before the INICET I was doing GTs, no
Mm,
GTs. INICET mock my rank was 2.
mm,
Then INICET mein I got a rank of 3000. It was exactly 2982, something
mhm.
like that. And it was very bad because my preparation was too good, and I was definitely sure कि I'll get a rank, I'll get a seat by this INICET. And but you know that expectation majorly botched my exam because I was too anxious. I was in the examination hall. Also, I remember like I was not doing questions properly. I was like totally running ki okay 45 minutes and 50 questions, so I had to run. And because of that, I was doing all the questions in almost 30 to 35 minutes
Acha, okay.
in every section. But I didn't read those questions properly later when I analyzed, and it was bad. But okay, I got depressed. It took me a week to get out of it.
Because
But then
because I just want to ask you one thing here, because you left the pedia seat, like you had a pediatrics in your hand and you left it
yeah,
after 3 weeks, and now writing this exam, and when you are very sure of your results that you'll do good, and now this comes out. So how was the feeling then? Like how did you fight that feeling and how did you come out?
it was like horrible. I remember that time ki NEET was also on 23rd June and result came on 25 to 26. I totally given up. I was like, okay, I have a job. I'll just give NEET and I'll go to office. I won't work from home. I'll start working from office and we'll give another try because I had a good seat, right? And it was I was like कि इन्हीं set में if I'm getting 2900 or 3000 का rank, so need में I'll be like more than 5 6,000 because the competition increases like 2 times or 3 times in it. So, and I remember the feeling was very bad. I was literally crying for like 2 to 3 days. It was bad, but later on I got better, and then I kept my emotions aside and then analyzed the exam properly. I made a table. What were the recall errors? These recall errors were the one I think I could have revised well, but I didn't, and I marked those wrong. Then there were some questions I didn't had any idea about, so those were I was like ठीक है, these I cannot know.
Mm-hmm.
If these were not in my source, this is out of my hand. Then there were questions I made a table, a row. Like these questions, I could have guessed if I read the question properly. But because I was anxious, I was not reading properly, I marked those wrong. So that way, then when I analyzed, I came to know that I could have done much better if I was in the right mindset in the exam. So, but then I got over this and I started preparing again. But before INICET, I remember I was putting like 12, 13 to 14 hours daily. But after that, my morale was pretty down. I could not cross more than 10 hours. But I was like, okay, this time around, I'll focus more on giving a good exam rather than just mugging things
Yes.
up. My preparation is well. I had that confidence. So again NEET, I went to the center on 22nd and all, and they again postponed the NEET. But I don't know, like with all these setbacks and all these events, I got a little immune. I was not that affected. I was like, okay, now I'll give another exam, doesn't matter. But then in July August I was preparing again, but August mein I was totally burnt out. It was like that last 10 days revision thing, it is very exhausting. And I was doing this for the third time,
Mm.
and I
I
was
can understand.
very very much exhausted with that. But overall it turned out well.
Yeah.
I gave the exam. This time I gave exam very, like, I am proud of the exam I gave. I was very much active during the exam. I had seen Zainab ma'am's ka Ashirwad class, and this is the first time I saw it like twice. And you can say I revised that class also because I was actively. She told ki you don't have to change any answer, and I usually had that tendency ki when there was a question na, where I was guessing something. The
Mm-hmm.
second time around, when I'll see that question, I'll make another concept, another theory, and I'll mark it wrong. But this time I didn't change any answer. Plus, also, I was reading questions very carefully. Every question I was reminding myself, ki, no, 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 read properly, don't phase out, don't zone out.
Mhm.
and I gave the exam pretty well. And the result came, and I was happy. Okay, now it's
Yeah.
done.
Getting a 232 rank after all of this struggle, and you have literally put your story nicely. I just want to highlight few points for those who are listening. That what he started with was the main notes, and if you look at his ranks, that his ranks improved. So that also tells you that he had reached that position. You should understand that he was in the bracket of ranks 2000 to he was under 5000. So to reach that bracket, you have to first do your notes well, and after that then he consolidated on that platform with the help of these rapid revision courses, which actually helped him to climb higher. And as he said in the last attempt, he actually made that whatever mistakes I'm doing, and especially the recall errors, that I should focus more on. And I think that is something that he worked on, and the results are here. He is ranked to 32 and ready to pursue radio, or dharma, or medicine, whichever branch now he want to choose. Any message you want to give, Sankalp, to the students, because your story is really inspiring and you have really put it in nicely for the students. Any message, because there are a lot of this time result were disheartening for many. So any message you want to give to the students?
Sir, my main, like, I have been in contact with many students now, and everyone, I keep saying, keep just bet on yourself and be confident in yourself, because I have been an average student in MBBS, and I had that perception ki I cannot do this good. Like, I had some friends who were very serious throughout MBBS, and they got such ranks. So I always thought ki this is not something I can do. But if I can do this, anyone can. And I just want that message to pass on to other aspirants also. Like, if it's not like if you haven't done good in MBBS, you are a lost cause. It's good that you enjoyed, you had fun, and
True,
you can always improve. It's not like the game or your life ends
true.
with an exam, or you cannot rectify your mistakes. You can always improve.
That's very nicely put. It's never late, and you don't have to be like I understand. When we become successful, suddenly people feel like we are, whatever we say suddenly becomes important. But as he has rightly said, that success did not come to him overnight. And when you listen to him right now, when he's standing at rank 232, you should also try to hear and understand the story behind the success that he enjoys today. And that is very nice and apt message for everyone. Just enjoy whatever you are doing. It's a journey, it's a process, and there are hardships that will come along the way. But what matters is not giving up attitude, and one day you will triumph for sure. Thank you so much, Sankalp, for joining us today, and giving your time to us, and enlightening us with your
Yeah.
thought. Thank you so much, and I wish you all the best in your future.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for having me. It was a great chat with you.
Thank you.